What I'm going to get into reminds me of how BIGJXXX will make reference to a lady named Diana Davidson. Now, sometimes I feel Big J be using her to agitate the fake black power people or the manosphere type folks. At other times, he's just using her as an example of what action looks like to him. Diana is MGTOW, and for years Big J will bring her up every now and again. And not every time, but every other time I hear him use her as a citation for what action looks like, I'll see somebody either in his chat room or in his comment section saying, "But she white though. Why you propping up a Becky?" You know, stuff like that. Now, one of the things that Diana does is she helps to get black men out of jail. Men who have been jailed on fake charges like rape. She works on stuff like that. So when I hear, "But she white though," that sounds like to me like they prefer that the dude stay in jail unless a black person comes to get them out.
Hey everyone, I'm Diana Davidson, advocate for the falsely accused and wrongfully convicted. I'm just doing a brief update right now on one of the things I was talking about in a number of videos in the past, new rules of evidence in sexual assault trials that were passed in Canada that basically make it impossible for innocent people to prove that they're innocent because, and we do have to prove innocence now in these trials. But what I want to talk about today is an exciting verdict that came from this little province called Saskatchewan in Canada, where this one judge has stood up and said, this should not be happening. And so he's ruled in favor of the accused person who challenged the new rules constitutionally. And the judge didn't just agree, he vehemently agreed. He was like going, Crown's arguments don't hold any weight, and well, we value, the needs of victims who are participating in the court system. We cannot undermine the rights of the accused and fair trials. I just wanted to share the good news, because it's so hard to get good news right now in terms of advocating for people in these circumstances, especially the wrongfully convicted.
Greetings and salutations. This is BIGJXXX, and in this video, I'm going to respond to L.A.R movement's video, which is entitled, and excuse me for my allergies here, "Do you want to see brothers win?" Now, this video and the title of the video caught my eye, and I watched the 7-minute video, 7-minute and 5-second video. And I think the question should be, do you want to see brothers win? That should not be the question. I humbly disagree. The question should brothers win? Now, as for the question of your video, and let me answer that. Do you want to see black men win? The answer is yes. But the problem is black men are not going to win. You're not going to win. And I'm going to tell you why black men are not going to win with this video. Because after watching the fallout and the continuing fallout, since it's Monday morning, March 22nd, 2001, and it's 4:16 a.m. It's 4:16 a.m. and it's March 22nd, 2021. Within the last 2 weeks prior, we see a lot of imaginations, anger man, having his tantrums against BIGJXXX, and the Goldman Sachs rewarding black women with $100 billion as opposed to giving it to all black people, just focusing on black women, which is the reason why I'm gonna make this video, which is part of the reason why I'm making this video, by the way. And also with BGS, and then though you also have Kevin Samuels, Tommy Sotomayor calling out Kevin Samuels. Then you have the war between the MGTOWs. Then you got the war between, and what happened. And now recently you have Derek Jackson, and and now the white manosphere, or what we call the white manosphere, um, going after Dominant Sharp. So a lot of things that have been going on for the last 2 weeks or so, 2 3 weeks, at least for a month. And the things, so that leads back to my question is, it's not that I don't want to see brothers win. I do. I believe black men, the brothers, should not win. There is a moral crisis. There is a loss of focus. You know, it's kind of like that song Biggie Small says, money, hoes, and clothes. That's all what a nigga knows. Now, when Biggie made that song, you know, everybody was dancing to that song, bopping their head to the beat when he said that. Money, hoes, and clothes. That's all what a nigga knows. But L.A.R. movement. Let's go back 20 years before that Biggie Small song. Earl Butts, Secretary of Agriculture. Only thing a black man wants is tight pussy, loose shoes, and a warm place to shit. Now, that's a white man saying that. That's 20 years prior to what Biggie was saying in his song. Money, hoes, and clothes, that's all what a nigga knows. Do black men deserve to win? Now, I'm going to be controversial. It's no. I got to repeat that, and that's no. And we need really need to talk about the purpose of the black manosphere. Now, you have been in black manosphere, I want to say, and correct me if I'm wrong. I'll mind you, correct me if I'm wrong, but and let me digress for a minute. Let me digress before I get in here. I need to find that video or that live stream you and I was talking on Talk Real Solutions. We need to bring that video back up, because that conversation that I had with you on Talk Real Solutions when Tyrone was going after you and Mama's boy was going after you and I was trying to defend you. We need to go back to that conversation. I hope Chaos Rain or Tyrone or somebody have the footage of that conversation, or at least the audio of that conversation. But anyway, I digress. Let me tell you the problem with the manosphere. Or should I say the black manosphere? You only been here what? 5 years at least. Some of us been here longer than that, much more longer than 5 years. I noticed something that is I find troubling and depressing, and that is too many black men in this space is dependent upon the red pill and having too much of the red pill rage. And people from the 2.0 era, where you came from, the 2.0 manosphere, many of y'all believe that many of y'all harness the anger, the frustration of fans and commenters who are dealing with and having the red pill rage day in and day out. And this notion of this red pill rage, or the red pill itself, or even the black pill. Both the black pill and red pill is nothing more than a security blanket. And because though you got loyal supporters, and I'm talking about in general, because there are loyal supporters who are sucking on, dependent on the red pill and the black pill. They're giving donations and support, moral or monetary support to the same group of individuals. And many of the content creators only offer red meat rather than offering salient conversation. I'm kind of embarrassed that you got black men in their 30s and 40s, especially in the 40s and 50s, um, using this space to garner or promote ideologies that are poisonous to black men. You see, the way I see it, here's the way I see it. I believe in the cause and effect. Black men say something out of pocket, he gets popularity. Then black woman, she gains popularity going in on the first group. Then that starts another set of black men going off, and then that set another group of black women going off, popping off. I believe men should be the ones that fix their problems. I believe if men keep on coming on these channels, these platforms, and keep on saying, well, we want this, we want that, we want submission. And I'm gonna say this right now. Black men got to stop begging submission. Stop asking for submission. Stop making these stupid terms like, oh, why can't a black woman let me lead? I get so tired. That's you arguing out of the position of weakness. And I said this to you years ago, talk real solutions. I said this to you. And I wish I'd find the audio, because when I do find the audio, I'm gonna put that up in the description box. If not, I'll make the separate video with that. But anyway, I digress again. The manosphere of 1.0, manosphere 1.0, was created around 2007, 2006, 2007. There was many guys that was into your movements, serious movements. Like I'm gonna say like Doug Tishon. Doug Tishon was part of the Fathers' Rights movement in London. You got a few brothers back then who was part of certain political and social activity, evolving certain activity to enhance the black male collective in society. Back in when Mr. Black, let me use Mr. Black, Mr. Black Conservative. When Mr. Black Conservative created the rally to clean up trash, to pick up the trash in Houston, Texas. This happened, I want to say around 2016, 2017. I want to say 2016 at least. When that was occurring, and your boy O'Shea was in support of that. Black men on here, from Uncle David, who we call David Carroll, Asidian Ali, and a few others, told they're not going to support it because they don't want to be the pickup man. Because they think, though, that should be something that single mothers should be doing, rather than black men who are not married and who have careers. Then later on, when Donald Trump was inaugurated as president, many of you have made statements to this effect that Big Booty Brenda, that Trump is going to kick Big Booty Brenda out of her Section 8 housing. And many of you made video after video after video after video from BGS, Angry Man, Obsidian, the whole gamut. Karaoke Jones from the SYSBM community made videos talking about if you kick Big Booty Brenda out of the street, it would benefit black men. Then I asked the question, L.R. Well, if you're going to kick Big Booty Brenda out on the street, you got to realize that Big Booty Brenda has black sons. So if Big Booty Brenda's out on the street with her black sons, because a lot of them are going to have black male children, what you think is going to happen to the black male collective as a whole as a result of that? That's where my beef with Angry Man and BIGJXXX began. And because of that rationalization, I got to say, black men do not deserve to win. Brothers do not deserve to win with that type of mindset, with that type of ideology. You don't deserve to win. And I still hold to this position. Black men do not deserve to win because your mind and your focus is on the wrong damn thing. It's getting frustrating. And I'm gonna say something too. Going back to the origins of 1.0, the Manosphere 1.0 versus the origins of Manosphere 2.0, which you and O'Shea are part of. I noticed something that should be embarrassing. And I'm going to tell you what is an embarrassment. You have white women on this platform of YouTube, who had created donation drives, who have created movements, and have shown in the past that they have freed black men out of jail. Black men who were set up by the system. Black men who were falsely accused of rape or falsely accused of some sexual crime to a woman, particularly white women. But many of you in these 2.0 manosphere, and also y'all in the 3.0 manosphere, only believe that just talking about the problem is going to solve your problem. Christina Garcia, Latino woman, done something more for black men than the entire black 2.0, the black Manosphere 2.0 has ever done for herself. Diana Davison have done more for black men than the black Manosphere has done for black men. Typhon Blue, Prim Preeper. You know, I can Tara McCord. I can name you scores of women that have actually done something for black men, and they're part of the white manosphere. I'm gonna say this right now. They're part of the white manosphere. How come, L.R., and many of y'all who might be watching and passing this along to L.R., how come you see these white women within the white, what y'all would call the white manosphere? I call it the mainstream manosphere. How come these white women have freed black men out of sticky situations? But many of y'all within the Negro manosphere, the black manosphere, or black MGTOW and, you know, IGMOR and SYSBM. I have yet to see. Yeah, I have yet to see any evidence from any of you within this space. So that's why I'm saying right now, black men don't deserve shit. We got no right to talk about what Goldman Sachs is doing. And let me say this too while we're talking about since I brought Goldman Sachs. Since I brought Goldman Sachs up. Goldman Sachs gave money for black women because black women was number one first. First of all, black women own more businesses, own more small businesses than their black male counterpart. And also black women were more politically active than their black male counterpart. So you can't blame Goldman Sachs. You can't blame CNN, and you cannot blame the National Democratic Party. Too many of y'all tried to hit y'all's wagons on what Ice Cube did. Too many of y'all tried to hit y'all's wagons to Donald Trump when Donald Trump hadn't done nothing for black people. He hadn't passed no legislation for black people. He hadn't made no real executive orders about black people. The only thing he did for black people, or should I say for black men, is talking tough and talking tough and talking tough and boasting this facade of masculinity, or this fake masculinity, I should say. You know, I'm really embarrassed that I see white women on YouTube have done more for the light. And one of the movements is called, one of the organizations that these white women call is called the Lighthouse Project. I'm so embarrassed that y'all more concerned about being a lot. I tell you what, a lot of y'all have this Highlander. I don't know if you watch that TV show Highlander. It always got to be one. Y'all always want to be the top one. No, it has to be only one. Type of mindset. But the more y'all talk, the more y'all get on these panels and discuss things. It goes back to Biggie Small's song, Money, Hoes, and Clothes. That's all what a nigga knows. That goes back to Earl Butts, tight pussy, loose shoes, in a warm place of shit. That's all what black men want. Black men, at least in this space of YouTube, deserve the machinations that they occur, that's going on right now. Black men as a whole in this space, in this YouTube, in what I would like to call the chitlin circuit of YouTube, deserve all of this bullshit that's occurring right now. And that's some real talk and some real truth. So I'm gonna say this right now. Black men, if you really want black men to win, black men need to change their mindset. Black men need to update their arguments, because I'm getting really tired of hearing blaming single mothers for everything, but then some of y'all on these panels blame single mothers, but then turn around talking about pumping and dumping, or talk about it's okay for men to have, you know, it's okay for men to have adultery, but then chastise women for being adult and for being whores and hookers and prostitutes. The mindset got to change. That's all I got to say, L.R. And that also goes for the rest of y'all in the Black Manosphere 2.0. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'm out of here. Peace.